Next, we'll crochet the 3 horns on the head. In order to show the stitches more clearly, we'll use other colored yarn instead of white yarn for demonstration. Please refer to the stitches, ignoring the yarn's color. Take out the corresponding yarn. Wrap the yarn around your little finger, and then bring it up to index finger. Pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and middle finger. We'll pull the yarn tail to make it longer. If the yarn tail is too long, we can pull this side to shorten it. Work into a magic ring, make a loop around your middle finger, and pinch the crossover of the yarn with your thumb and middle finger. Insert hook into the loop on middle finger. Yarn under the hook and pull up loop. A magic ring is formed on the middle finger. In round 1, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work 4 single crochets, finally end with 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Yarn over the hook and put the yarn through the loop on the hook. That's a chain stitch. A V shape is formed on the side. The chain stitch is to raise the height and will not be counted into a number of stitches. Then work 4 single crochets. Insert hook into the magic ring, yarn under the hook and pull up loop through the ring. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Then yarn over the hook and pull through both loops on the hook. That's a single crochet. Such a V shape is formed on the side. Mark the first single crochet. Insert hook into the magic ring, yarn under the hook and pull up loop through the ring. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Then yarn over the hook and pull through both loops on the hook. The second single crochet is done. Insert hook into the magic ring, yarn under the hook and pull up loop through the ring. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Then yarn over the hook and pull through both loops on the hook. The third single crochet is done. Insert hook into the magic ring, yarn under the hook and pull up loop through the ring. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Then yarn over the hook and pull through both loops on the hook. The fourth single crochet is done. We can see from the side that the marked stitch is the first single crochet. 4 V shapes on the side stand for 4 single crochets. Pull the yarn tail tight to close the ring. Remove the marker and work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Insert the hook into the first stitch, which is also the marked stitch. Yarn under the hook and pull up loop through the stitch. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Then pull the first loop on the hook through the wrenching loop on the hook. 1 slip stitch is done. The slip stitch serves as a collection. It's not counted into a number of stitches. Pay attention to the yarn's tightness during crocheting. If the yarn is too tight, we can't insert the hook easily. If it's too loose, the fabric will be out of shape. Round 1 is done. In round 2, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work 4 single crochets, finally end with 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Yarn over the hook and put the yarn through the loop on the hook. That's a chain stitch. A V shape is formed on the side. The chain stitch is to raise the height and will not be counted into a number of stitches. Stretch the loop and remove the hook. We'll work the first stage of each round in a stage where we just finished the snip stage of last round. The hook should go through both loops of each stage. The chain stage and the snip stage are not counted into number of stitches. Wrap the yarn around your finger, and then bring it up to index finger. Pinch the fabric with your thumb and middle finger. Insert hook back into the loop, and tighten the loop. If the yarn on the fingers is too long, we can pull this side to shorten it. Then work 4 single crochets. We need to work 1 single crochet in each stitch. Insert hook into the first stitch, where we just worked the snip stage of last round. Yarn under the hook and pull up loop. Then yarn over the hook and pull through both loops and hook. 1 single crochet is done. Such a V shape on the side stands for 1 stitch. Mark the first single crochet. Remember to mark the first stage of every round. Continue to work 3 more single crochets in the same way. Four single crochets are done. Remove the marker and work 1 snip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Insert the hook into the marked stitch. Yarn under the hook and pull up loop through the stitch. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Then pull the first loop on the hook through the original loop on the hook. That's 1 snip stitch. The snip stitch serves as a collection. It's not counted into number of stitches. Round 2 is done. Pay attention to the yarn's tightness during crocheting. If the yarn is too tight, we can't insert the hook easily. If it's too loose, the fabric will be out of shape. This is the front side of the fabric. This is the back side. Make the front side always facing towards us during crocheting. We can pull down the stitches of round 2 a little bit. Round 2 is done. In round 3, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work set off 1 single crochet or increase twice. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. The chain stitch is dress height and will not be counted into number of stitches. Work 1 single crochet and 1 increase as one set. Work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Mark the first single crochet. In the next stitch, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. One set is done, the second set, work 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Two sets are done. Remove the marker and work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 3 is done. One horn of the baby Triceratops is completed. Break yarn, leaving a long yarn tail for sewing. Pull the yarn tail out. We can cut off this yarn tail or hide it inside the fabric. One baby Triceratops has 3 horns. Please make the other 2 horns in the same way on your own.